Now, after serving a full 10 years as mayor of Winnipeg, looking back, what is one of your biggest highlights? What are you most proud of?
It's not a matter of what I'm most, but there's several things that I'm proud of, and I'll very quickly. I'm very proud that the mayor with council were able to come up with a waste minimization program that failed with previous mayors and councils, and we're setting records for what we're recycling, which to me is a wonderful thing because we're so far behind. There's no doubt the fact that we have basically rebuilt our recreation infrastructure. When I was elected, pools and libraries and community centers, everything was falling apart. We built so many new ones. We had no spray pads. We now have 13 and 2 more coming. And there's no question the Assiniboine Park Conservancy is something I'm extremely proud of. Everybody talked about the gem in our city, but the gem was deteriorating. And also the fact that we came up with a real plan on how to address our crumbling roads and bridges after decades of neglect. So there's a lot of things, but once again, it's a group that makes these decisions. It's not one individual.
Exactly. And we want to talk about that. What are some of the challenges of working with a council? Because you are the mayor, but it's a whole team effort.
Yeah, the public unfortunately thinks the mayor has these phenomenal powers. Not true whatsoever. The mayor has a vote, and the only power the mayor has, unlike any other elected official, they are basically elected by the majority of the citizens, which is quite a difference. But that's basically what you have. What you have to do is try and build a consensus, come up with ideas and basically explain and convince people this is a good thing, let's get behind it and support it. And on the floor of council, if you can get 9 votes, you can get something approved. You can have the greatest idea ever. If you can't get 9 votes, it's not going anywhere.
Now, on the flip side of the successes, of course, you can't do everything as great as you had hoped. What kind of stands out as something that you maybe regret or maybe you wish you could have done a little bit differently?
Well, sometimes you put your faith in professionals and staff that are working for the city, and when they tell you something, you believe them. So when we were told we could build a brand new police building for $105 million, council believed them and moved forward. Unfortunately, their numbers were way out of whack. That certainly has caused a lot of grief and aggravation. Those are kind of things that happen, which is why I've stated that no one should ever come forward with what they call a Class C estimate, get the final numbers, and you know exactly what you're dealing with. That's the way we would do it in the real world, but in government this seems to work a little differently, but hopefully that will change.
Now, what do you want Winnipeggers to remember most about you as mayor?
I think everyone will remember me for something different, okay? And as I mentioned, if you love going to the park, you might remember me there. If you love going to your library, swimming pool, everybody's going to have something different. I would like to be remembered as someone who truly cared about the city and someone who wanted to make sure that the city was exciting, it was vibrant, a place where my children and your children, your grandchildren will want to stay and not leave. Or those that left are coming back. And I can tell you, I've been hearing from the public, that's exactly what's happening. The idea is to move the city forward, make an exciting place, and want people to come and live here and also have people invest here.